All right, so we're gonna take, so we have 2 of these pieces, right? Just like that. We're gonna put a zipper in between them. So we're gonna take this piece first. I'll set this one aside, and we've got our zipper. So we're going to take our panel, and I've got it marked, so I know where center's at. A little mark. And then I clip my zippers, so I'll fold them. And I'll just make just a small clip, and then I'll flip it around and do the other side. So we want the zipper to be at the left side, right? Because I'm going to open my bag left to right. And so I'm going to basically going to sandwich them. So I'm going to find where I clipped, and it's right sides to right sides. And then I'm going to clip. Sometimes I like to use double-sided tape because it helps me keep it straight. But I think today I'm going to not do that. We'll see if that becomes a mistake. Hopefully not. Okay. So now I've got this. So I've got this flap, the rectangle part of that flap, and then the zipper, they're right sides together. Okay. And then we're going to sew them. So we're going to sew right along that top. Be careful for your pull. Make sure that you pull that out of the way. But let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to baste this on first. So I'm just going to go like an 1/8. I just want it just to kind of just sit on there a little bit, because then we'll put on the other piece as well. So okay. Okay, so I basted that on. So we've basted the zipper onto the outer piece. Now we're going to take the interior, so this piece, same shape, so it's our triangle. I mean, triangle, y'all. Our rectangle. And we're going to do right sides together. I'm going to find my point, right, where I've marry them up. And I'm going to clip. Okay. So now we have it sandwiched in there. We have it sandwiched inside our top, and then our lining. And we're gonna sew. I'm gonna make sure though that my zipper pull is out of the way so I don't break a needle. Don't need to be breaking needles. So I love this fabric that I'm using. It is it's a Japanese, or from Japan. Not a big fan of blue, but there's going to be some blue in this for sure. I'm also using I'm going to stop there and I'm going to lift my presser foot. I'm going to get that, see that right there? I'm going to get that out of the way. I don't need to run that over with my needle and break a needle. Okay. Using blue wax canvas on this bag as well. I love working with wax canvas, which when you use wax canvas, I would recommend not interfacing them. Like whatever you're going to have on the other side of it, interface that, but not the wax canvas because it's wax. All right, so now we have this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to add the top first on the other side of our zipper now. So I'm going to find that center, our right sides together. Okay, and I'm just going to clip it. I'm going to move my zipper tab out of the way right away. Actually, I'm going to go, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Just going to baste it first. Okay, so I'm going to be careful here. So I'm going to go ahead and move my zipper pull out of the way. I almost forgot about it. That would not have been good. Okay. All right, so we've basted that on. Now I'm going to grab the lining piece of it and I'm going to marry them up centers and we're going to clip. Show you all what I'm doing here. Just clipping it all the way along here. Okay. I'm going to change our stitch length again. And let me get my zipper out of the way. And now I'm going to move my, if I can find it, I'm going to move that zipper tab out of, or that zipper pull out of our way. Okay. All right, so now we have the lining. So we've got the lining sides now. And I actually might go press it a little bit, and then we have the top, and then it'll zip from left to right. Okay, I'm gonna go press it a little bit and maybe cut off that extra tab stuff. But okay, so I readjusted the top just because I want them to line up across here. So I made that adjustment. It was just too off for me. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually top stitch just the top panel, not the bottom panel, just the top panel. We're going to top stitch it. I hear my puppy dog outside. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddies. All right, let's do some top stitching. I'm going to turn my stitch length to 4, I think. And I like to put my needle down. I want to make sure that everything is laying flat. Let's see what that looks like. Looks okay. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it. I top stitched. Let's see if you can see it in here. Yeah, you can see it there. So I top stitched. That's what the front looks like. This is what the back looks like. All right. Looks good. Just want to keep. Cool. Looks good. Looks good. All right, on to the next part. All right, y'all, we have this piece. Now we're going to grab D2, which is called the flap. That is not the one we're using. D1. We need D1, which is the flap exterior lining. And that's this piece. And now this could get a little tricky. Let me see if I can show you. So I've got this, right? We are going to lay this, flip it around. And I am going to get the corners as slow as you need to. No rush. Okay, so I basted that. See, and it's gonna be our pocket. So we're gonna close it off. So we've gone ahead and basted that. Okay, so we're gonna top stitch. Top stitching. So now we have this, and I think we can. I don't think I needed to go that far. I think we could come back with that, trim that all off. Okay, let's see if I can show y'all the pocket. See, the pocket. And we've done the top stitch, which closes it up, so it is a pocket. Nice, nice. Okay, so we have the pocket, so because we've closed it off, and it'll be like this, but we've closed it off, and there's like a pocket, because if it goes down like this, so the flap, this will be the flap, and it'll come down, and then we'll have a pocket right there, which I think, so it fits my phone. That'll be nice. I like that. All right, on to the next steps. All right, so now we're gonna take, because we have this piece done, we've created the pocket itself, we've closed it off, I've trimmed all the extra fabric off the back of that. So now we're going to take the C's, which is it's going to be the flap interior and flap interior top and flap interior bottom. And so I've already gone ahead and did like we did the last time with the front, right? So it was one full piece, and what I did was I cut it. And we're gonna start with that piece. And we're gonna put a zipper on this one. So just lining up. I made my notches, found my center, and I'm going to use my tape. All right. Ta-da! So I'm gonna grab the other circle one. I'm going to put one and one. Okay. Lay down some more tape. All right. So now I have, excuse me. So I have top and bottom, and I've got that sandwiched in there. my zipper pull. Don't need to be running over that. This is a new pattern for me. So I seen it and I liked it and I was like, I'm gonna make me one of those. But see, I want that light on because it gives more light. All right, so now we have this and this. Now we have that. So now I'm going to take the triangle pieces that we have, and they're going to go on the other side. And I am going to take them. Put the other side on. Okay. All right, so tape done. I guess I could have maybe put it over here. I don't know. I'll have to think about how to do my setup for my Juki, so you all can watch me do all the steps. But all right, so I've gone ahead and taped it. I've got this piece, so it'll be like this when it's all done. Okay, but we've got to sew this side. Stop there. I'm going to get my pole out of the way, and I'm going to finish. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like. It's coming together. It's coming together. All right. Next step, we're going to put on our magnetic snaps. And I've got the male side, which is that side, so you see it. And we are going to, so I'm going to use that piece and I'm going to put it up underneath. Yeah, I'm going to put it up underneath because I'm going to put it here and I'm going to see if I can find center again on that. Okay, and just kind of setting, I'm going to sit this on the table. Let's see if I can get you all so you can see this. Let's see, kind of. Let's see if I can put that back there. I can show you. I'm just going to sit it there, just like, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, I think I want my snap to be right in the center. And I'm going to grab okay. And so then this will go in from this side in. So I need to cut me some holes. It's always the scary part, isn't it? It's always the scary part for me. Don't want it to be too big. Okay, I'm just gonna see if that works. Okay, and we're going to come in from here. Did it go all the way through? That side seems to have gone all the way through. Trying to see if it went all the way through. Well, I'm just trying to get my hand on it. I'm not sure it went all the way through. No, it did. That side went, that side went. Okay, let's just have to find it. Ah, got that one. Got that one. There we go. Okay, so I've got that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Decaville and I'm going to mark it again. Okay. Put this Decaville on here, just like this. And then I'm going to put this piece on here, and I'm going to bend it without breaking my fingers. Something a little bit easier on my fingers, like an old pair of scissors. Okay, so now we have our snap on there. It took me way too long, but and then just put a piece of fabric over top of it. And it'll just kind of protect it a little bit more. Love that idea of hers. Okay, so that's done. Now we have our snap. Secured it in the bag. We're ready for the next step. Okay, I went ahead and I've got my D-rings, and I made, this is actually wax canvas. So I made one of those, two of those actually. And what we're going to do with them is we've got this piece, right? So we've brought back our front again. And on the rectangle piece, I measured I think 1 3/4 down on each side. And so then we're gonna take these pointing the D-ring in. We're gonna set it right up underneath it, and we're gonna baste them on both sides. So there's our line. I'm gonna set this, make sure the D-ring's going in, and I'm going to baste that on. Okay, so that one's on. Let's go do this one. Do this one now. All right, y'all. I changed my setup again. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out just how I want my space to be, but let's move on with our bag. So last we left off, right? We sewed our D-rings on, and now we're going to take our front panel and our back panel. We're going to put them together. So right sides together, and I'm going to move my zippers in so I know that they're not going to cause me any problems. And we're going to do right sides together. Okay, so now we're going to sandwich it together, and I'm going to clip. All right, y'all. Okay. All right, so now I've got it all clipped, both sides together, right? Right sides together. I'm going to leave this open because that's where we're going to turn it. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch. All right, we're going to take our pinking shears and I'm just going to trim. Whoops. Move this out of the way. All the way around it. Okay. All right, so we've trimmed it with our pick. So now we're going to turn it. Y'all see what I'm doing. I just get in there with my fingers. My gosh, y'all, it's gonna be cute. Cute, cute, cute. Nice rounded corners. Looks good. Can't push that out anymore. All right, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. So now we've got our flap. So of course, flap will come like down over the bag, right? And so this will be one pocket, which fits my phone. Let's see if it still fits my phone now that I've done that. It does. It still fits my phone. My phone's in there. Oh, I got it hung up on there. There we go. It wasn't that difficult. That was me. And then of course, so when the flap's down like this, then when you lift the flap, you've got another one here. Now, I watched Soya. No, I watched Saya from Saya Swag. Saya Swag. Is it Saya? Saya? No, it's Saya Swag. And so I was watching her build it, and I made the same mistake she did, and I put the inside of the zipper. So you think it would be the same way, but it's not. You have to reverse it. So just something to think about when you get there. Otherwise, it'll zip. It'll zip. Like I needed to flip it so it would do it the right way. So she made there, I made there. But seeing this is going to be just my bag, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to put it up for sale. So if I make any more of these and sell them, then I'll make sure. I made note of it on my pattern. So we've got this. Let's move on to the next step. Hey folks. All right. So card pockets. We're going to do card pockets. So it came in 3 pieces that you had to, I taped them, but it'll be really long. And on here, there's actually fold lines and placements. See that? So the first thing I did was I took my piece of fabric, okay, and I went along and I marked the fold lines first. And so then I went and folded. So basically you turn it like this because I'll have a fold line there, and I sew it. And then I go to the next one and I sew it. And then, I mean, not sew it. Good Lord, people, I'm having problems today. I press it, because you want those creases. And then I do that all the way through. So I'm just creasing, 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 right? Okay. And then I came back, and so I did that on one side, right? So I folded it up, did it, folded it up, creased it, and creased it. And then I flipped it over. So then I flipped it over, and then I brought my pattern back, and I marked where my fold lines are going to be, okay? You can kind of see where I've made some marks on there maybe. And so now I'm going to take the crease mark and I'm going to take this first one. So I've got 3 marks here. I'm going to take this last one here and I'm going to crease it, and I'm going to move it up to just where that is. And then I'm going to do the next one and move that one up to that spot. And then the last one up to that spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clip them, like once I got them in place. And I can do a video, you know, if y'all would like, if you're not accustomed to making bags, I can make a tutorial on just how to do the card pockets for you. Just going to go up to the next one, and I'm going to clip it. It initially took me a little bit when I started making bags years ago to get the right placements for the cards. Okay. Okay. So then, once you got them all folded, then you can see where those card slots are, right? Because these will all be open. See that? Okay. We're going to put a little bit of stabilizer right at each one, right at each one of these. Like, so I'm going to put the stabilizer up in there just for when, so right at those creases, I'm going to put some stabilizer in there as well. And I've got to find it. So I've got my card stabilizer, and you can always put whatever you want in there, for sure. You know, how stiff do you want it to be, right? So, and I'm going to go and add those, and I'll be right back because I got to go over this to the ironing. Okay, so I went ahead and added that to all 4 of where the folds are, just to stabilize it and give it some structure. So now what we're going to do, just looking at if it's level or not. So I went ahead and put my placements back in where my folds will be. Okay, what I'm going to do, so you can see that I put my placements back in, just was looking wonky, so I needed to make sure I got it right. So now I'm going to actually top stitch along the top of each one of those. Okay, that's one. That's one. Get these out of the way. Do it again. Okay. Using what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. Okay, we still have this last one here. Just have this last one. Okay. Take that up there. And this one here. Okay, can you all see that? So I top stitched them all. I could have put some cute top stitching on there, but I just did not. Okay. All right, y'all. Lost some things, but that's okay. I can always use these clips just to keep it in place where I want it. Okay. All right, so we've top stitched everything. We have that. Let's go on to the next item. So I've grabbed my interior slip pocket F and drawn a line, the bottom of it, 1 1/4, I believe. Yep. And then you're gonna grab your card slots that we made. I'm going to show you here. So we're going to grab our card slots and we're going to use this one here. We're going to flip it over, bend this back. Nope. We're going to flip it over. Okay. We're going to flip it over, turn it, and we're going to use this, and this is 3/4, and we're going to sew along here first. Okay. All right. Okay. And then we're going to, almost need to, I'm going to put all those back. And I just want to lay them the way I want them laid, right there. All right, so now we have this. So I'm actually going to baste along this side, come down, come up, come in the center, come back down, up and over. So I need to find center. So I'll show you all that from that camera as well. So we've got this, okay? So I need to find center. So let's see how big it is. It is 8.5, so 8.5, 4.25, so we need 4 1/4. That's going to be center. Take this off for a second so I can get this, so I can get it right. Okay. Okay, so that's center. So I'm going to go ahead and baste it. So I'm going to come along here, go across, go up, back down, over, and then up. Let's get it started. Make sure there wasn't any shifting. Like there's some shifting going on. So it looks like something's just like not laying right. Just make sure everything's flat. Something's going on here. Something's going on here. Something's going on. Something's going on here. Out of bobbin? I think I'm out of bobbin. Yep, I'm out of bobbin. All right, I'm going to wind a bobbin up. I'll be right back. All right, so got it working again. So we're sewing on. We're sewing on our card holders. So. Just basting. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. I think we're back on it now. All right, so basted on our card slots. They look pretty gall darn good. We have that. All right. On to the next. All right, so now we have these, and they are called right wing. Let's see. Yep, right pocket wing and left pocket wing. So we are going to take what we have, right? And it will be, we're gonna lay the straight side because it's got kind of it's not straight on one side but straight on the other. So we're gonna take the straight side and we're gonna lay it right on there. We'll do the same thing with the other side. And it's gonna be the straight side. Just like that. And I'm going to clip it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Got some strings that are bothering me. Take that straight side and I'm going to clip it. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna sew this at 1/2 inch. Just like we did the other ones. All right, so it didn't catch it just on this camera, but so I took those wings and I did a 1/2 inch. So I connected them. Just want to show y'all. So on each side there's one of these, and we connected it by sewing a 1/2 inch. So then I pressed it. So now they're pressed open. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it like that. And I just want to get it even. And then I'm going to just clip it in a couple places just to keep it where I want it to be. See, this one doesn't want to be in that spot. Do I have that lined up? I can move it over a little. Okay. Okay. And so we are going to so now I'll have a back. Not that it's laying down very good. Okay, I'll have a back and then sides. So I'm going to sew along this side on the pocket side, and then on this side, on the wing side, I'm going to go up and then over. Same here, up and then over. Okay. All right, y'all. So I went up, over, and down with that. Now we're going to come along. We're going to go up on the trim here. We're going to go up and then over on each side.
Okay, so that takes care of one side. Let's do the other side.
Okay. All right. So now we went up and over, up and over. Okay. So now we have that. We got a back to it. Back doesn't look too awful bad. All right, so we're gonna do our snap. So we need snap tab and its eye. And I went ahead and I already put, because this is my my fabric that I'm going to use. It's actually wax canvas. And I've got the other piece for my snap on there. I put it in there, and then this is just a piece of Decaville light, just to kind of protect it. And then I went ahead and Decaville light the other side, because you can't with wax canvas do that. So I did it with my other piece, and I'm going to sew on there just to make that stiff. And so now we're going to put them right sides together, and I'm going to sew them and then turn them. So let me just put a couple clips in it just to keep it where I want it to be. Okay. Okay. Ah, what's going on here? Something is going on here. Something is going on here. Looks like it's twisted here. Looks like it was twisted there. Let's try this again. All right. All right, I am going to use my pinking shears again. I'm going to use my pinking shears, and I'm going to trim just a little bit. Just to make it a little easier to turn it and round it. Okay. All right, let's turn it. Might be the most difficult part of the whole thing. Wasn't too difficult, was it? About Wax canvas is so pretty. Wax canvas is just so pretty. Okay. All right, I'm going to top stitch. All right, so now we have our snap. At the back and the front. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. I love this wax canvas. All right, on to the next step. All right, we're gonna take H. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna take H, which is the accent below pocket. And I've clipped it on here. We're gonna put it on our card piece. And I put it on the bottom here. And we're gonna sew this on. Coming up to my snap. Up to my snap. Working some of these patterns, I have found that unless it's all fabric, cotton, with just a little bit of stabilizer like 101 or something like that, I can do that on my Janome. But most of the time, if I'm using leather or something like that, I use my Juki, and then it's still questionable because this Juki, I mean, I can do like 5 layers of, but I got to go really slow to make sure that, but this is a TL 180, no, it's a TL 18 QVP, and it's a sweet little machine. Like it can do, I find that there's very few things that I can't do with it, but I just can't do it fast. Like it's not going to, you're not going to go fast. Like with these layers that I'm creating here, it's a lot of layers. So you just have to you have to go slow with the machine. Give it time. All right, so look at that, y'all. How cute is that? What do you think, y'all? What do you think? All right, on to the next. Okay, next step. We are gonna take the rear flap band, which is this. So I've got it here. I found center and put some tape there because I'm going to let me get this stuff out of the way for now. I'll show you what I'm doing. Going to, hopefully that's going to stick. Hopefully. I don't know if that's going to stick. Maybe my other stuff will. I'll do 2 of these then. See if this is gonna stick. I'm gonna put one right there. Let's see if it'll stick for me. Run on that side. Okay. Hoping that this will stick and it will stay. We're gonna find out. It's not really going to stick. All right, so it doesn't stick to wax canvas. I probably knew that. It's probably just been a while, so that's all right. No worries, no worries. All we're going to do is we're just going to turn this in. And this just folds on itself anyways, so easy. We really don't need tape, do we, with wax canvas? I mean, it just folds so easy. So I'm not gonna fold it again. And then we're gonna take this piece, and I've already marked 1 and I think a 1/4. Let's just see what it is. Yep, 1 and a 1/4. And then this is going to go right along here. Does this look so smoky here? Okay. And I'm going to run a stitch along that top section there. I'm going to do it from this side. Just going to keep it on that line. Love the feel of wax canvas. Okay. All right, now we have this, and this is open on the top here. Okay. Didn't miss any stitches that time. It's good. All right, on to the next. All right, y'all, we're gonna take our flap, and we've got the piece that we just did, and remember that it's open on the top, and we're going to, I marked it, so this is 1/4 of an inch. Let's see what this is. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, and that's how far they say to put it in there. And so I'm just going to, well, let me find, I've already got, let me mark center my bag around my flap. Okay. And do it on this side so I can actually see it. Let's do it on this side so I can actually see it. Okay. All right. So, and then this is center, crease is center. Can you all see? Okay. I'm just tucking it in there. Oh, it's going to look cute, y'all. It's going to look mighty cute, y'all. That's center. This is center. Okay. We are going to stop top stitch. All right, y'all. Hopefully we can keep it in there. If I gotta adjust, I'll have to adjust. My machine is skipping stitches. Okay. All right, y'all. Got a couple stitches that are been skipped by my machine. We don't like that, but okay. So now we have that unit. Yep, got our flap in there now. All right, on to the next. All right, y'all, I had to unpick some on my, because I needed to put my back flap in. So I needed to unpick this piece here just a little bit. So I had to unpick it on the sides. And then I took my stitching here off so I can get up in there. So I've done that. So I've sewed this pocket, and this pocket piece, where, let's see, pocket piece is J. So it's the panel beneath the flap. Okay, because it makes a pocket in here. So I'm going to go ahead and re-top stitch this, which will close off that bottom for my pocket. And we'll be back. We'll be reset. I mean, sometimes when you're watching your favorite bag makers and such like that, they might be trying out a new pattern So you probably should watch it all the way through and see if they make any mistakes. As in the case of me as well. I was watching one of my favorite bag makers, and yeah, she had made the same mistake, and so I ended up making the same mistake. I did it a little bit different. You know how to correct it, but yeah, so it may be well worth watching the full video before starting. That way you can make notes as to where the difference is. So that was my bad. But we're back. It needed to be better top stitched anyways. But now for this, we have a pocket. It's a pocket. And we have that back pocket. Okay, so we've added our pocket piece with, this is the piece we just had with our card pockets and such in it, and we put it together, marry up the notches on the bottom, and we're going to sew at 1/2 inch. Just be careful so you don't run into your D-rings while you do it. All right, so we've sewn all the way around. Next step. Okay, on to the next step. So we want K. A lot of pieces to this, and you'll have 2 pieces. Okay. And it has a little bit of a slant to it. I don't know if you can tell. It's got a little bit of a slant. This is the narrower piece up here. So I'm gonna put them together, and we're going to, so right sides together, and we are going to sew 1/2 inch lining for A, and I marked 2 inches from the top. Yep, I marked 2 inches from the top. We are going to, so I've got it placed right there. So we're going to, so it's like this, right? We're going to go down, across the bottom, and up, and we're going to leave it open. To put together. But okay, got that piece. It's like a little pocket in there. Love it. Okay, on to the next step. All right, y'all. So this is the other half of the lining. We put that pocket on. So now we're going to sew this together. All right, so we've got the lining, and I've put my bag inside that, and we're going to tuck it all up in here. And it's going to be tight, but we can do it. Just need to push that down up in there. Okay. All right, y'all. So I have my little sandwich. So I've gone ahead and put lots of clips in. I didn't really put too many clips in here, but I'll start there. So, all right, we're gonna sew all the way along here. We get to turn our bag. This one took me a while. It took me a couple days. So remember that we kept that hole in our lining, because this is our lining on the other side. So we have this sandwich, right? I'm gonna cut off some of these, even though it doesn't really matter right now because we're gonna turn them. So we're gonna be inside, but we're going to. So we have this hole, right? So we're going to start pushing our bag through this opening, and hopefully I kept the opening big enough. We're going to see, just go easy on it. Just go easy on it. Some bags you can manhandle and you can just get right in there and push it. Some you gotta be a little bit more gentle with. And this one is. We're just gonna take it step by step, little at a time. Get those harder parts. Oh, it's coming, I think. I think it's coming. We only have that little bit left. Y'all. It's always that, 20% left, isn't it? All right, y'all. Our bag looks a little bit like it needs some TLC. Go iron it a little bit. All right, y'all. So I pressed it a little bit. What I want to do is I want to just close up this bottom here. So I'm going to do that right away inside our lining. On it. So let's see what we're looking at here. Let's put our lining. I can get it apart here. For lining inside our bag. Oh my gosh, y'all. I box those corners so that they should sit right up in there. And all right, y'all. Bobbin is good. We're ready to rock and roll again. So I'm gonna clip it just in a couple spots. Seeing I was almost finished. I ran out of bobbin or realized. Now we get to sew it again. That's all right. That is all right. Y'all, it's just so stinking cute. I'm going to enjoy it. I'll enjoy it until maybe one of my daughters see it and then they want it. Then I'll have to make myself another one, which would be okay because, again, I'm not a big blue fan, and it's blues and grays basically. So yeah, so I think I'm going to start back where I started before. Put some clips in here. I'll use a even bigger one. I'll do a denim needle or something like that. But I don't want to do, I have to be careful because if you're using leather or even vinyl, you can make too big of a hole in your bag, and you don't want to do that either. So, y'all, it's cute. Cute as a button. Oh my gosh. It turned out so cute, y'all. I am going to enjoy it. I don't know what I want to use yet for a strap. But yeah. So, all right, y'all. Okay, y'all. It's my bag. So, and then there's the back. And then, of course, I cornered my ends so it sits. A little bit it sits. I've got a front zipper pocket here, which fits my phone perfectly. And then we have, there's a snap, but you can't see it until you open it. And then we've got this zipper here, which is really, really big. Like you could put a wallet. I think you could put a wallet in there. It's so big. And then, of course, we have the inside. And then on there, we've got a pocket inside. And I wish that I would have taken my pockets and made so that there was like sections maybe in it, because it's just one big pocket. So I think if I were to make another one of these, I would do that. I would figure out what I want to wear, like, or maybe like a little mirror or my keys or, you know, something like that. I'd make it so that I would have those individual slots. But got that. And then of course we have all of our card slots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 card slots. Plus we have another pocket here. I mean, this little purse is just it's got so much to it. And I think that the fabric overall worked out pretty good. It is just, and then of course we have the D rings. So when I do actually figure out what I want to do for a strap, I'll be able to just connect it there. So what do y'all think? I think I'm in love. There you go. So thank you for coming along with me. And I know that my camera was giving me some issues, the one that I used so I can show you guys when I sew, but I'm glad you hung in there if you made it all the way to the end here with me. So, all right, folks, until the next video, I'll see you later. Bye for now.